Hello, everyone, and welcome to our very special virtual 2020-2021 induction of the Talawanda chapter of the National Honor Society. I'm Christine Alfonsi, the faculty advisor for NHS. Today, we're celebrating the induction of 53 new members to our chapter. As we begin, I would like to recognize our active members who are supporting this special ceremony and our current officers. Our president is Daniel Sawdye. Our vice president is Jens Bartel. Our secretary is Jada Teggy. And our treasurer is Ava Wetzel. The 53 new members of NHS had extremely high standards to meet before they could join this organization. To become a member of the National Honor Society, one must be a junior or a senior with a grade point average of 3.6 or higher, which is the scholarship component of the organization. The students who met this criteria then submitted information concerning their leadership and service at school and in the surrounding community before being rated by the Talawanda faculty in the areas of character, leadership, and service. Finally, the evidence regarding each candidate is voted upon by a 5-member faculty council and then approved by our principal, Mr. Tom York. In short, membership selection is truly selective. I would like to highlight a few reasons why the active members and the newest members of NHS should be so proud to be part of this national organization. Beyond the grade point requirement, these students have gone to great lengths to prove their character, service, and leadership at school and in our community. They serve as role models to their peers and set the tone of what it means to be a leader in our building. They are involved in music, drama, athletics, other school clubs, community organizations, jobs, and volunteering. These students truly are the very best Talawanda has to offer, and it is with great pride that I am able to work with them to continue to uphold the reputation that National Honor Society has built at the high school. It is my hope that with the induction of our new members today, our chapter can continue to lead the students of THS by putting academics, character, leadership, and service first. With that said, I hold all of the current and new members to the highest standard, and I remind all NHS members that the 4 pillars of the organization are yours to uphold all school year, not only in academics, but in all of your pursuits. We are celebrating all that our members have accomplished, and we are thanking the families who have helped them along the way. New members, please take a moment to thank your families who have given you so much support to reach your goals. In addition to your families, I know that each student in this chapter has been affected by our THS teachers. Whether it's a teacher who inspires you in a subject you didn't know you liked, or a teacher who pushes you far beyond what you think you're capable of, or a teacher who just seems to understand what it's like to be a teenager. Each year, the current members nominate an honorary speaker from the Talawanda teaching community to speak to the new inductees. It is fitting today that our current members have selected a teacher who is not only terrific at teaching his subject matter, but is also one of the most kind, genuine, and funny members of our staff. Please join me in welcoming my colleague and friend, Jeff Yuva, our honored guest.
Hi, everybody. I'm Mr. Yuva. 2005 was my first year as a teacher at THS, and as any first-year teacher knows, there are many difficult aspects of having that be your first year. So there's the first-time lesson planning, there's many firsts when dealing with classroom management, and there's also the promise of the first wardrobe malfunction. It was the end of the day, 7th period, and a student came up to me and whispered in my ear, "Mr. Yuva, you have a hole in your pants." So I looked down, and the word hole was a gross understatement, okay? Somehow my pants had ripped from the belt loop all the way down to the knee, and the fabric was just like blowing in the wind. And I had absolutely no idea how long my pants had been like that. Has it been since the start of the day, or did it just happen? But without missing a beat, I replied to the student with the first words that came to my mind. I said, "Yeah, I know." I know there was a hole in my pants. I don't know. So when Miss Alfonsi first told me I was going to have the opportunity to speak with you all, I immediately began poring over what I was going to say. And like I tend to do, I silently thought to myself for a while, a better portion of an hour or so. When my wife finally got home from work, I figured I'd get her take. And this is what she told me. All right, so I had to write it down here so I wouldn't forget. She said, "Don't try to be too witty, too charming, or too smart. Just be yourself." Thanks, I guess. But it actually turned out to be pretty good advice. That's why I opened with the story that I did. Just be yourself. Granted, for the next hour after her advice, I spent the first half of it deciding whether or not to be offended, and the second half wondering, just who am I? What is it that makes you yourself? Anybody who knows me knows that I'm a utilitarian. I wear clothes that are comfortable without reflecting any particular style or brand. I'll say, yes, I'm aware my shirt has a stain on it. I didn't put on a clean shirt because I'm just going to stain it again later anyway. I like footwear, shoes that are wide and cushioning. Nobody wants to feel like their leg is baking a loaf of bread in their shoe. So, could I define myself as an aggregate of my unstylish choices in apparel? Partly, I guess. Do you want to know how you can tell if someone's genuinely being themselves or not? Someone who's willing to laugh at themselves during times when they've goofed up, or knows not to take themselves too seriously. That's someone I consider being willing to show their true self. Personally, I think life would be a lot simpler if everyone acted as themselves all the time, for better or for worse. I'm sure that we all know people who we hope they don't choose to act like themselves from time to time, but for me, I think I'd rather just kind of know where I stand. So the word character, one of the definitions at least, can be defined as the mental and moral qualities distinctive to an individual. You could also say character is strength and originality in a person's nature. Either way, in my opinion, when people are willing to act like themselves, their character is on full display. Typically, those with whom we associate as having good or upstanding character strive to be the best person they can at their job, in their classroom, with friends, and with their families. They consider themselves to be constantly in the service of others and are considered by some to be natural leaders, especially if their leadership style is not brash or boisterous. In observing all of you young, fine folks here who have been inducted into the Talawanda High School National Honor Society, I'm confident that you all enjoy being who you are and you're comfortable being yourselves. I applaud you for taking this seemingly risky step to ensure connections with your peers and adults in your life. I'd like to encourage all of you to continue doing what you're doing. You've been all doing an amazing job, and please continue to be yourself, even if, like me, that means not being too witty, too charming, or too smart. So thank you all, and again, congratulations.
Thank you so much to Mr. Yuva, who I knew would be funny and enlightening and inspiring. Thank you, Mr. Yuva. And now I will turn our program over to my 4 wonderful officers this year, beginning with Daniel Sawdye, who is our president.
On the table, you will see one candle that represents the eternal light of knowledge. Next to it are the candles symbolizing scholarship, leadership, service, and character, the 4 criteria for membership in the National Honor Society. As officers of NHS, we will explain the significance of each of these qualities. Scholarship means a commitment to learning. A student is willing to spend hours in reading and study, knowing the lasting benefits of a cultivated mind. We should continue to learn, even when formal education has ended. For education ends only with life. Knowledge is one great element in life which leads to the highest success, and it can only be acquired in one way, through diligence and effort. Learning furnishes the lamp by which we read the past, and the light which illuminates the future. Candidates have the charge to continually expand their world through the opportunities inherent in scholarship.
Service can be expressed in various ways. In the routine of the day's work, many opportunities arise to help others. Willingness to work without monetary compensation or without recognition for the benefit of those in need is the quality that we seek in our membership. We are committed to the idea of volunteering our time and abilities to the creation of a better tomorrow.
Leadership should exert a thoughtful influence on the school. In taking the initiative in class and school activities, the real leader strives to train and aid others to attain the same objective. The price of leadership is sacrifice, the willingness to yield one's personal interests for the interests of others. A leader has self-confidence and will go forward when others hesitate. Leadership is always needed and is thus a value we expect of each of our members.
Character is the force within each individual which distinguishes that person from others. It gives each one individuality and personality. Without character, no one can respect oneself nor hope to attain the respect of others. It is this force of character which guides one through life, and when once developed, grows steadily. Character is achieved and not received. It is a product of constant action, daily striving to make the right choice. The problem of character is a problem of self-control. We must be in reality what we wish to appear to others. By demonstrating such qualities as reliability, honesty, and sincerity, we may hope to prove by example that we value character.
I would now like to welcome the students who have qualified for membership in the Talawanda chapter of the National Honor Society. Since this is a virtual ceremony, we cannot shake hands in person. Please know that we all welcome you and celebrate your accomplishments.
Ben Belisle, Molly Curry, Nathaniel Hall, Ashley Hooker, Ben Howard, Hailey Cressy, Luke Liang, Reese Mays, Madeline Moser, Emma Schremper, Natalie Young, Abigail Zamuda, Kiefer Bell, Mason Berkmeyer, Amelia Blasi, DeAndre Bothast Rebely, Alyssa Cheney, Brooklyn Conrad, Harrison Craddock, Rachel Zuban, Savannah Evans, Maya Einan, Abigail Fessel, Ellie Garland, Parker Geshen, Carly Goodman, Gunnar Green, Sarah Howard, Isabella Kakachos, Zainab Khan, Skylar Lawson, Hannah Lippincott, Katie Marks, Michelle Meow, Daniel Milders, Kennedy Mondello, Ava Moda, Daniel Mullally, Miriam Nawaz, Benjamin Olenek, Julia Peter, Olivia Roten, Kaylee Schlichter, Lauren Schlichter, Gabrielle Tencher, Gregory Urayama, Olivia Erlich, Gunnar von Bergen, Isabella Walter, Lucy Wong, Luke West Poley, Aslan Wetzel, Daryl Zazicki.
At this time, the officers will renew their pledge along with the new members. Please see the program or your membership card for the pledge. I pledge myself to uphold the high purposes of the National Honor Society, to which I have been selected.
I will be true to the principles for which it stands.
I will be loyal to my school, and I will maintain and encourage high standards of scholarship,
leadership, service, and character.
And now, as the president of the National Honor Society, I welcome our new members as active members in our chapter. Thank you to our newest members, our active members, the officers and the faculty, and all families of our members who were able to share in this special ceremony. This concludes our 2020-21 National Honor Society induction ceremony.